this drink called? Ah, shoot, that's not what I wanted. Okay, we're still alive. All's good. Yep, that looks fine. Okay, stop. I'll stop that. Settings. Testing. Alright, that's fine. Can I take this, pop this out? Yeah, that's fine. Oh yeah, the live stream. I'll just do this for an hour or something. I feel like I should make the flies a little bit bigger. Yeah, you can make them out, but it's in the background, so that's pretty good. Okay, so I want to cheat a little bit. I'm gonna open up book 2. There's a certain thing that I always want to reuse, and it was in chapter 6 or 7 or 8. That's not it. Where is it? There it is. Hey, thanks Angel97 for following. Okay, so it's like this. Since I don't want to redraw, I really don't want to redraw, whatchamacallit, chess pieces. I'm all chessed out, unfortunately. So that's why I'm going to be reusing all of this. Yo, F's in the chat, what's going on? I usually work on commissions in the morning, but since I'm like, I really just wanted to finish the covers, the new cover for Purgatory Academy in Chimera Island. I was like, I'm going to do this first. I was compelled to just wake up and work on something that I really, really like over something that I kind of just don't care about that much. Or I'm just kind of tired of. So it was kind of like a. So that's what's going on. That's why I'm streaming in the morning. And besides, when I stream in the mornings, or when I work on stuff in the morning, it really helps out. It makes me feel like I can get more things done. The Lord compels you, yeah. Let me merge. This seems to make it easier. I'm just gonna straight up just reuse it. I don't think I'll change the scale of it though. How you doing, F? I notice you're not in the any of the video game streams. No, I get it. You don't follow for video games. That's understandable. I started like selling in the my farmers market again, and that got me motivated to just work on stuff again. When are you streaming them? I am the most consistent when playing. I stream them. I stream them Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Oh yeah, you're probably asleep. That's why. Because of the time difference. That's probably why. That's what. That's my prediction. Testing. Is my thing too low? Let me check my mic settings over here. I think my mic settings is a little bit too low for TikTok. I don't know. Maybe I should just put it closer to my. I don't know. It's 3 p.m. right now. You know what time is it? I usually stream at when it's like 1. So 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1. In like 5 hours. I'll stream again in 5 hours playing games. So if it's like 3 then you'll start. Then I would like start playing games where it's like 8 p.m. for you. I didn't get the alerts. Why? That's bizarre. I mean, I also don't advertise them as I should. Yeah, I don't advertise as I should. I guess that's just my fault. I gotta at everyone and be like, hey guys, I'm streaming. But I don't do that. I just stream. I'm gonna change the colors of this. I was like on TikTok and I discovered this thing called the color Fibonacci. So you have like the Fibonacci sequence, and then you would just like, and within those Fibonacci squares, you add a color. So I went on colors, like the color picking tool, to create a palette for me. and I wanted a palette with purple in it. So this is like the color palette that I want to choose for the whatchamacallit. The cover. The whatchamacallit. So 8 to 9 p.m. I've been getting a lot of afternoon class last week, so yeah, play that. Last thing, so yeah, play that. Last thing I saw was Tales of the Borderlands, to be honest. Okay, true. I get it. Also, I probably should be streaming more in the mornings because I get way more people just watching congruently in the mornings. They aren't in America, but uh, they are doing here. They are being here, and that's good. Anybody interacting is good. It's good to me. I'm gonna change the colors of like these chess pieces, these fallen chess pieces. They aren't Americans, but they are still people. That is true. I think it's like maybe I don't know. I'm like oh no. I guess it's when I like stream, I expect people from my region. That's my expectations, right? That would get people from my region because that's something that I can like imagine. Ah, shoot! Drop my stylus. Okay. I'm just gonna merge that. Okay, this looks good. This is honestly has to be the most colorful Purgatory Academy. Oh yeah, I'm just doing this side. This probably has to be the most colorful Purgatory Academy cover so far. And I love reusing assets. want to make it a little bit more cluttered. How many layers? I'm just destructively editing everything right now. Like, I could put all of these and give all these, whatchamacallit, these pieces their own separate layers, but I'm like, nah. Because I like making things harder for myself down the road. Dude, I love this. I love this page. Who's in the top left? Oh. Yeah, that's Vice Principal Beelzebub. Right there. He dies. Nah. Maybe I can find a new. Maybe I can find a new mix. I'm not feeling this one that much. As much as I probably should. Uh, Maybe I'll just listen to Eva Boy for the 60 millionth time. Nothing gets me into the zone as much as Eva Boy. I get what you say, like he dies, but I'm like, oh yeah, that is kind of like the trope. Back towards the camera means he's dead, but no, it just looks cool. It's the rule of cool. The Avengers posters, the Demons Slayer posters, and the Star Wars posters to the top left end up dying. Oh no, everybody's dead. I don't follow that trope because everybody's dead. Or maybe I should like redraw Beelzebub. But honestly, people don't like his face that much. People don't really like seeing his face much because he's just a giant fly head guy. It's a shame because I love Fly Guy. He's so ugly. Let's see. Thinking emoji. How am I supposed to do this? Somebody die. Somebody dies in Purgatory Academy. That's funny. I remember I was like showing somebody. I was talking with somebody who read like book 2 of Purgatory Academy, and they told me that Purgatory Academy needs more stakes, and I'm like, how would that happen? How would that? I don't know. I was like thinking like, huh? What? Well, I don't know. That kind of concept sounds very alien to me with a story like this. I'm not gonna say it's like it's a low stakes story, you know. But the idea of like these characters are gonna risk losing something, and I'm like they're gonna risk losing eternal salvation. That's kind of like the highest stakes ever. Like that's it's kind of like the highest stakes. That, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what the how I can top that. I mean, for the vice principals, their stakes is to not have other vice principals like ruin what they got going on. Okay, this is good. This seems good. I can work with this actually. I'm gonna make. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna make them. They're all their own layer. Sounds like a good idea. Okay. And what I want to put in the background, I'm gonna cheat again and pull out the this cover right here. Oh wait, that's a PDF. That's not the traditional file. Whoops. Raw pages. This right here. Benny, welcome to this chat. My brain just stopped functioning for a second. Personal stakes, not world ending, but important to the character on a personal level, like in manga, where one character is worried about not getting into the same school as their friends. I get you. Okay. I guess like the entire yeah, I guess when you put it like that, there's a lot of stakes in this story then. I guess you wouldn't call it like world ending stakes, but like all the stakes are personal. What the heck is going on? Why can't I... Oh. Let me just do this. Bomb, bomb. I'm gonna give this like a chess motif background. Just delete that destructively. Because like the weird stakes that like almost that a lot of people have, well, the shared stakes between the students and this student in the in this book is gaining influence. That's like the internal struggle. Like influence is like the weird struggle that unites the characters and like the demon characters and the students, the faculty and the students, because everybody wants influence over each other. So at the end of the day, Purgatory Academy is a game of influence. Okay, let's see, how am I going to do this coloring? Hey Lamai, welcome to the chat. Dang, should I just stream in the mornings more often? Is that what's happening? You know, everybody's gonna look at me and see how bad I am with coloring. Or, like, color theory. Interesting. I think it would be good if... I'm thinking. I'm about to go to class. Yeah. I get you. Purple. Huh. I'm kind of digging that. Purple lines with... Yeah, purple lines with a green fill. Sounds very interesting. Let me try some. Let me see if I can do anything with the background. You using green? Okay, so it's going to be... Actually, no, that's kind of the thing. Green should be like the accent color. You see like this little Fibonacci? Wait, I don't know. Yeah, you can't see it. This little Fibonacci color guide. I want to use this. So it's going to be mostly purples and blues. And like a little bit of green. Green will be like just the highlights, right? So it's like it's not going to be as present. So I guess when going that, the checkerboard should probably be like purple and blue. So it should be like either this, this chess piece should probably be like this and this, or this and this, right? Let's try it out. What's going on with that? I don't like that. They're kind of, that looks kind of too... to color margin. If I do this, it's kind of looking gross. Man, I am not the best color guy. Hey, Abby, what's going on? I'm trying. I am. You're watching me fail terribly when it comes to color. Oh, wait, you guys aren't even seeing it. I'm trying to use this color Fibonacci technique since I'm really bad at colors. So like the majority of the piece will be this purple, while the minority will be mostly this, less of this. So actually, if that's the case, now that I think about it, now that I'm thinking, it would look better like this. Now that I think about it, so maybe if I go back to do the flies, right? What if I retry the flies with this color and this color? What if I just make the background? I should probably make this background not green and just a neutral color, actually. Like gray. So it doesn't influence my decisions like moving forward. Because I remember hearing that gray is like a. It's kind of like a regional color. Like gray looks different depending on the environment it's in. So I'll try to make the instead of making like the background like one set color, I'll just make it green. Gray, I mean. This doesn't look that good. That doesn't look good. So, what if I change that with a lighter color? Like purple and blue, like this. So it's more fitting of a background color. The graying men. Hallelujah. Yes. Ah, man, I don't like how that looks. Why is coloring so hard? Maybe I need more. Hmm. Thinking emoji. I'm thinking right now. Hmm. change the brush density thickness. What is the size? The particle size. I'll lower the particle size and do this. Because I don't like this because he gets lost in the noise, right? So it literally cannot be part of the darkest color. If it's like light, then it's not going to look great because that looks gross. Wow, those colors don't really go well together, right? Like, so purple and blue. Like, I'll go with this. I'll go with this, actually. And since I'm going with that, actually, I can probably use that with the checkerboard. Like the background will be this. Okay. Okay. But what about full black? Full black. I like going full black is going to change the palette because black is a color. Well, then again, I am using white as well, and white is a color as well. Hmm. I gotta choose the neutral colors like carefully. Yeah, I'm still so new when it comes to colors. And I'm trying to figure out like how I can do this well. Know what I'm saying? Nah, I mean, yeah. Color time. I hate color. Black isn't a color. Change my mind. No, black is a neutral color. Okay, so that looks good. It looks like I can work with that. Hmm. My favorite color is transparent. Nope. Nope. That's not it. I'm trying to figure out. Oh wait, no, that's just normal. Wolfed screen. Of course that's not working. What if that? Hmm. color should this be? You know, green is not a bad color for this. Subtract. Wait, you guys aren't even seeing it. Sorry. The green. This is what I'm. This is what it looks like, and like that's not too bad. That's not too bad. Colors are a reflection of light. That's your eyes of light. Black does not reflect any light, therefore it's not a color. You're just baiting me. You know what I mean. You literally know what I mean. Let's see. Wait. Let's see what happens if. What happens to the overall, like, color composition if I include black? Or. Or maybe instead of using completely white, I use blue as a substitute for white. Give me a sec. I got an idea. I have an idea. I am being a devil's advocate. What they call a devil's advocate right now. Yeah, I noticed. I noticed. I got an idea. Take this. Take out everything that screens. Normal. I'm trying to. I got an idea. There was this thing. There is this thing called a. What they call it? Ah, man, it's been so long. It was a gradient layer or something like that. Gradient map. I think that's what it is. So if I create a gradient and alter this, right? So let's see if I can create one. Create new set. Gradient maps are really cool. Yeah. I'm like, I haven't you wait, hold on. I don't want to do that yet. So if I bring this up, right? The color the map. Because I noticed like when I'm using white, I'm saying like I don't want to use black and white for this. So let's see what happens if I just use a gradient map to replace the blacks and whites with other colors. Do you know Jap? I do not know. I do not know who that person is. You could do everything in grayscale, then use a color map over it, and it can look really good if done correctly. Yeah, I'm not the master. He's a master of using white in the canvas. Oh yeah, true. I am looking at some of his stuff. I get what you mean. Okay, I was just looking at this. Okay, I forgot what I was doing. Okay, now I remember. Let me see if I can do something like this. I'm thinking. My gradient map. Okay, cool. New set. Gradient map. I want this to be the ultimate dark, and the lightest to be this. This seems fine. Or maybe this. Hmm. I'm just goofing around a little bit. So let's see. He is the master of using white on canvas. You were talking about not using white and black. Yeah, this is something that I do not know how to do. So I'm just seeing this. Okay, that's gone. That doesn't look good. This is. Yeah, this is just an idea. I might just have to use white and black. Oh yeah, is there only a vertical? Yeah, yeah, I'll be. This is only a vertical one. Because I'm like, we'll see how it goes. I might have to bite the bullet though, and just use white and black. Yeah, I might have to bite the bullet. We're going for the song from Disney Channel's jumped in. Was that the Jump Rope movie? Yes. Okay. That uh, Jump In is like the craziest. Like, it's the funniest. What was it? Coming out movie. I don't know if Disney knew that they made a coming out, like a freaking coming out movie with Corbin Blue wanting to like be a professional jump rope jump rope player, and his dad's like, "No, you're gonna be a boxer." Because real men are boxers or something like that. He's like, "Dad, I don't want to be a boxer. I want to jump rope." They got to the final competition, and it's like an entire 30 seconds where Corbin Blue starts dancing instead of using the jump rope. Oh yeah, that like you just ruined the competition for everybody because he just wanted the style. He just can't stop making it about him. He's like that. He's like the epitome of that one meme. Go in there and make it about you. Wait a second. What if I do this? For when I love that meme. Go in there and start and make it about you. Okay, let's try this one more time. Radiant map. Let's try this one more time. Let's see. Man, I wish I was good with colors. That would be so cool. Let's try this. That looks gross. That hurts my eyes. Let's see what happens if I like include all the colors and just and just a fool around. And this is gonna be the grossest looking thing ever. Apologies in advance for your eyes. So that's one. We're gonna add this one. We're gonna add this one. Then we're gonna add. Okay, that's one, two, three, four. And then five is the last one. Okay. And if I distribute it like how the Fibonacci should. Man, this is gross looking. What about yellow? This is my I'm choosing this color, these colors as a restriction. Let's try yellow though. Why not? Wait for a sec. Not bad. Alright, so let me look at this a little bit more. I don't like it. I don't like it that much. But I do like. Wait, hold on. Let me try to apply it to just the characters. This is still kind of gross looking. Still kind of gross looking. Okay, I guess no gradient layers. I gotta be all hands on. I gotta be all hands on with this. This feels a little bit more harmonious. Let me just change. What the heck is going on with this thing going over here? A part of me do want to make the chess pieces green. What's this for? A cover poster? It's for the cover. Because I'm making a sort of an omnibus for book 1 and 2. And I'm gonna include the thumbnails for both the books on it. And it. I like this one. Yeah. Yeah, I'll make this screen. Yeah, yeah. I guess we'll just like stick with this one. We'll stick with white. I really wanted to go with like purple and green. Thinking about the pieces, are they all white? That's a good idea. Okay, how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But he can also play narratively. Different. Where's the difference? Man, I'm gonna stop streaming on TikTok. Because ain't nobody talking anyway. That's why I hate TikTok. TikTok is what we call a capricious capricious son, a capricious woman. Real. Let me think. Thinking emoji. it would make sense to make it like purple, but like, you know what? Just having it green. Seems like it's a way better idea. The Rising Sun flag. Nice art, bro. Thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. It's color theory is the hardest thing. It is literally the hardest thing that I'm trying to get down right now. I don't want the maybe I can have like a lighter color for the checkerboard, the checker piece. Let's try the lighter purple. Because I don't want it to get in the way of the characters. Hmm. I think the color. Hmm. Everything just kind of blends. That's what I don't like. That's kind of what's gross about it. Yeah, this just looks. I'll see if I can find a way to remedy that. I know with this bottom right, I just want to have like a what's they call it? Like noise. I just want this to be noise. Like effect. No, render Perlin noise. Because I do use the noise effect a lot. Just delete all that. Like it's also I get that this part is very noisy as well, unfortunately. What they call it duplicate noise per direction layer. Gradient map. Let me see if I can do this. Have you ever had wait? Have you ever had good TikTok chatters? I feel like they just say poop fart. Yeah, that is true. Trying to remember. I'm trying to remember good interactions with TikTok. Oh, I had some. I had some. But how the human brain is wired, it's easier to remember bad memories than good ones. And sometimes the YouTube and the TikTok interactions are pretty much similar. I do not appreciate being catcalled anywhere, like on YouTube or TikTok. That's annoying. Let's see. Like I immediately want to ban anybody who calls me cute. like, like, well, there was this one interaction that was just straight up weird. That just says, "Hey, stand up and I'll give you money," and I'm like, "I will kill you." I will Fed post. Straight up Fed post. Oh my gosh, dude. I cannot do shortcuts while I'm streaming on TikTok. I just have to do this manually. I want to do a pattern. I like this pencil. Dang it, I keep forgetting that I can't do that. I'm so conditioned to do shortcuts. But I can't because TikTok will be like, "Oh, do you want to show up gifts? This is the gift shortcut," and I'm like, "No." Hmm. Okay, copy and paste. You're using what shortcuts is lying to oneself. Yeah, that's what it feels like. I want to flip this. Horizontal. I'm gonna have it at an angle because that's cool. Dang it! Shortcuts again. That's not what I wanted to do. Dude, what the heck? Just choose the. Just grab the what I want to grab. There we go. Actually, I'll just delete that and merge those two. those two pencils. Actually, no. One's gonna be like that pencil, that mechanical pencil, and the other one's going to be like a regular wooden pencil. Do I have a... No, I don't think I do. I don't think I do have what I'm looking for around here. Yeah, this is just the shading. And then there's like the entire... There's that, which I don't need. I just want to use this asset right here. And I want to create an identical asset. And just delete all of this. I don't care. This is a really dangerous thing that I'm doing right now. Let's try it. Let's create a new canvas. And just move this over. Cool. I don't think I need this anymore. Do not save. No! Oh, yes. No! Oh, yes. Awesome. Okay, so what I'm trying to do right here is... Actually, no. I don't... I can just copy and paste and just edit everything a little bit. And just use what I need to use. It's like general wooden pencil vibes I'm trying to do. And this is like... This is during me using I forgot what it was called. I was using the raster pencil, the vector pencil tool, vector line tool. I really don't use this anymore. I thought it was interesting to use at the time, but now I'm like, I don't care. It's only interesting to use to do like stuff like this. Well, I'm gonna use... That looks like something that I could use. Those two lines. Like, I could literally just do all do this. No, I don't. I didn't really need to do that. I can reuse that. I can use that. I can delete this. Because this will just be the eraser. Just select all this. Copy. And just paste here. No! Okay, that's a mistake. Alright, time to be destructive. My patience is running low. It's running thin. Okay, yeah, it's not gonna let me do that. Huh. Merge layers. There we go. Do it like this. Do this. Just add a little bit of. Just add a little bit of stuff. It's the pencil part of the stream. There we go. That's a good little. Awesome, dude. That's that's a pencil from their reused asset. Okay. I would say it would use this color for the base. For the well, that's 25. Where's the 50? 50 for the eraser. The lead would absolutely be that. The silver thing would just be white, just because. Let's make the background a little bit pink so I can differentiate a little bit better. There we go. A new asset. They said it couldn't be done. Okay, so copy paste. Merge layers. I want this to do this. Wait, what? Did I mess up somewhere? Yeah, I'm getting confused. Yeah, and I got confused. Yes, I did. I did get confused. What the heck, dude? Delete that. I am getting confused with these layers. Did you see what Dandadan did with animation of the hot pot? I did not. I'm so out of the loop with like modern anime. I don't think I've finished the first season of Dandadan. I think I did, but I don't remember. I'm so off the hype. And it sucks because I can't be part of any conversation. Okay, let me just transform, flip horizontal. Finally. Let's see. What did they do with the animation? Copy. Finally, back to this thing. They used the photo of the dish. They used a photo of the dish and animated over the chopsticks and hands with people eating while leaving the food as a photo. Great result. Let me see if I can find that. I can't. YouTube's not really showing me anything interesting. YouTube's not showing me what I'm looking for. It's just a lot of shorts. Actually, I think I'll just make it like parallel. I think I might make it keep parallel. Is good. Copy. Do this duology cover. Let's do something like this. Well, the reason I was saying is that it is what you can use a pencil photo or some sort of object when doing a scene to throw the balance of composition off balance. Could. Oh wait, yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, that is a good workaround. Like I use static photos all the time. It is a good way to save time. Let's see what's a good overlay. That's not bad. Hmm. work somehow. I think it's the consistency. Like the contrast one. Wait, what do you mean contrast? Contrast one. I don't think there's a contrast. You cycled over before. Like this is color. I'm talking about overlay. Like this is overlay. This is color. Saturation, hue, divide, lighter, darker, lighter, dark color, exclusion. Exclusion looks. Exclusion's kind of cool, I'm not gonna lie. Exclusion looks pretty interesting. I think I'm going to add a like green highlights around the characters. Like a rim light. Hmm. One thing that I do kind of regret with this is that there are no saturated colors. There are no like points of saturation. I think it works still. If we don't have it, create it. If you don't have it, create it. What do you mean by that? Oh, just like create like a point of saturation. Like I would have to understand like where would be a good what would be a good saturation point if I were to add one. Yeah, the context of the quote is quite different, but it just works. Because like this is kind of desaturated. I think that's I mean it can be fine, you know. Wait, hold on. That's crazy. You guys weren't even hearing any music this entire time. I was just zoned. Just zoned. Green highlights were. Yeah. I was thinking, like, what would green enter in this thing? Into, like, this color composition. Maybe. I have an idea. For the flies, actually. Maybe from your headphones. Okay. Yeah. Let me try this, actually. Maybe it'll be blue and white. So it can be visually distinct. Well, that's not really legible. That's not bad. Yeah, that's not bad. Hmm. Blowing the light. Yeah. Because, like, the idea was, my idea was, like, to have, like, Lucifer be, like, the light source, you know? The Lucifer character be, like, the light source. So I wanted him to, so I wanted, like, the only light on him to be, like, the light being, like, ambient occlusion. I want his light to be, like, ambient a little bit. Like, the only shadows that, like, appear on, like, Lucifer to be, like, local shadows. Like, ghost stories kind of stuff, yeah. Like, I'm just shading off of what the other characters off the vibes. And also the green light is coming from the green pieces. So it has to be like low, right? The green light's coming from like the pencils over here and the chess pieces. So that's where the source. That's why I'm doing kind of a lot of low lighting. The highlights are usually like pointing towards like the green stuff, the green areas. I really like the Black Girl's design, to be honest. Thanks. I think she, like, if I remember correctly, her design was based off of the Jet Set Radio character. I think I think it was Piranha, that was her name. It's been a while since I played Jet Set Radio. But, like, her design was based off of Piranha. Okay. This is a lot of stuff going on, right? So, I guess a way for me to mend this is to collectively nuke the background, everything that's not the foreground. Okay, where is the background? Where does the background start? Okay, it starts here. Maybe if I completely nuke everything, like this. By the way, now that I see it, Protag got ripped. He is buffed as yeah. Because he's been training. He's been training. Oh wow, that's a pretty freaking. What's this? Oh no, wait, that's.
This is awful.
Okay, this is cool, right? This is cool, but I need to
I give up.
find a way to make it.
I can't let myself get too depressed over things like this, but
Hmm. How would I do this? Caravaggio style? What are you talking about? I mean, another term I have to look up. Oh, okay. I'm looking it up. Okay, dark backgrounds like light characters. Let's try that. Uh, hmm. This is the I hate colors stream. I hate colors. I hate coloring. It works better, you think? It's like, here's the test, right? We're going to, like, we're only going to look at it at this angle. Because, like, right now, there's a lot of noise. When you zoom out, there's a lot of noise, right? So, let's try putting white. Now let's try black. Okay. I see what you mean. Since there's a lot of white going on with the characters, right? You can easily identify them. I can see where I can see where you're getting at. So let's make it less dramatic and then darken. Also, the highlight works as delining. Or I got an idea. I got an idea. I could probably add a drop shadow for the characters. Because right now it's looking really flat. Oddly enough, Clip Studio does not have a drop shadow feature, which is bizarre, but go off, I guess. So what I do to circumnavigate that, I merge it. I should save. Or, oh my gosh, you're. Hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up. You're on something. You're on something. No, that's not what I want to do. This phrase has helped me. This phrase has helped me through all my lesser artists borrow, great artists steal, Picasso, yeah. saturation. If I lower the hue. Like, I'm lowering the luminosity right now. Like, it's not. I'm not gonna mess with the saturation or the hue because the hue and the saturation's gonna mess up the color scheme way more than it way more than I want it to. So I'm like tweaking with the luminosity right now. I think the luminosity does way more than just having like a blanket like a blanket black layer over everything. Let's check it. Or maybe it's the same. I don't know. Yeah, it's the same. It's the same. Womp womp. The chess pieces and the pencils are the background. Yeah. The chess pieces, the pencils, anything that's not the characters are the background. Or maybe. Okay, let me go back to what I was doing before. Filter, blur, Gaussian blur. Gaussian blur is gonna ruin my PC. Actually, I'm gonna do this so I can see the results more immediately. More immediately. Yeah, here we go. Merge. Filter, blur, Gaussian blur. I'm gonna do this. Yeah, for you, for me, the darker the background is, the easier it makes for my eyes to have to focus on the composition of the piece. Yeah, that's why I'm like trying to zoom out. The thumbnail method. If you can tell what's going on or like what you're supposed to look at, that's good. Okay, the character's having like, okay, I'm gonna set it to like 100, or maybe not. Yeah, just 75. That seems fair. Okay, and then add another black layer. Or maybe. Let me see. What would happen if it was light? If characters had a glow. Wow. Those above is on I think ice or something. he's fine. Yeah, I'll just go with the drop shadow instead of the glow. The drop shadow makes it easier, makes everything easier to see. Maybe I can add something. Maybe I can add a little bit more relief to it. I mean, that kind of makes on does what makes it look like he's going through the great peril or dangerous situation. Okay. I mean, I can change belt like the Beelzebub. It'd probably be better for the composition. Have them look at the audience as well. Let me figure some. I'm on a roll right now. Let me figure something out. So that's the light. This is gonna be the shadow. Maybe even find find some texture. Find the texture. Yeah, so maybe if I can find an overlay texture, I can add some sort of saturation. Darkest on top, lighter on the bottom. Darkest on top right. Lighter on bottom right. Only background wise. What are you talking about? Are you saying to like reverse the light source of like the whatchamacallit? The background textures. No, the light source is okay, but less light by that source should be. Ugh. Can't do anything. Part that we were detect on your stream belongs to someone else's. Your stream may be temporarily blocked. If you plan to continue this, please ensure that the content owner is added. I hate YouTube. I hate YouTube. Alright, fine. Video game music. Happy YouTube? Okay, let's just okay, but the less light by that source should be top left. That's why I was thinking that top left should be the darkest. Top left being the darkest. Well, the shading's like irradiating from over here. Okay, so it's like that. Your volume is like half what it was before. My voice or I'll just take this off actually. For the time being. Let me put everything background wise in a folder. Like this. Hey, Christmas Bush. Long time no see. Let's see if I can. Oh, I'll change bells above. I'll change bells above. How you doing? I'm doing all right. I'm gonna make a an omnibus combining books 1 and 2 together for like the physical books together and adding the thumbnails. Yeah, and I'm also coloring. I love coloring. This feels like a coping strategy. What specifically feels like a coping strategy? Yeah, I love coloring. It's my favorite thing to do. There is no coping here. Say coloring is your favorite thing to do. Oh, yeah. When I'm not coloring, I'm dead. If I don't say I don't like coloring, then file me as a missing person, because that's not me. Inactivity discovered on your live. Well, yeah, I guess I'm gonna stop streaming. Oh, I just have to do a. Yeah, thanks for reminding me, TikTok, that I shouldn't be streaming on your service. And live. just do that. We totally love Hey TikTok, yeah. I barely get a hey, what's up? Hello. I'm like, hey, what's up? Hello. When I'm streaming on TikTok, I barely get a hey, what's up? Hello. Damn, when are we switching to the long stream? You mean the horizontal stream? I did this vertical stream because I didn't think I would stream this long. I was just doing this for like, because I don't think anybody would just show up. And plus, I also streamed on TikTok. There wasn't a strong stream. Yeah, there is no long stream. I feel like I've been mostly streaming games, mostly because Sketch pays me to do it. Quote unquote pays. I'm a simple man. Someone throws money my way, I'm like, alright, I'll give it a shot. How's I been? More of the same, honestly. I wake up, I do commissions, I try to work on the comic. I stopped doing. Gotta be changing device. Okay. Yeah. Oh, well, you guys don't even see this. Like, I've stopped, like, going for a while. I stopped doing like vending. That was honestly like a bad idea for my self-esteem and mental health or whatever you call it. So now that I'm going, a couple days ago, I was vending, and that kind of got my self-esteem back to just like work on comics again. Yeah, yourself comes first, not the money. I do this for the money. Well, I do this for so I don't self-destruct, but the money also helps put food on the table and pay rent. Because getting a 9 to 5 just doesn't seem appealing to me for some reason. My parents keep sending me like what they call it? Like job openings. And I'm like, I don't know, dude. Like, and even if I got a call back, I'm honestly not gonna give most of my soul into it. And I can't explain that to them because if I when I tell them that's not what I want to do, I can't find better words in the English language outside of that's not what I want to do, because they're gonna be like, well, it's not about what you want. And I'm gonna be like, well, dang, whatever. I'm like, I really don't feel like being a wage slave. I do this, I do comics, not because I like to do it. I legitimately find this being more, have a better opportunity of making more money and having a better impact on the earth than just, working for like an Amazon, working for Amazon, being a carrier at Amazon. Because I remember when I was working at Spectrum, I think there was like this one moment where I was like, this is not what I want to do for the rest of my life. I was like, I forgot, I was like walking and I was like, you do it, like for my job at Spectrum, you do a lot of walking. And I remember when I was walking, I was like, this is not what I want to do for the rest of my life. Like, I don't want, and like, even being there just felt like I was wasting my time. So, like, I guess I really can't find better words in the English language outside of, like, I feel like this will be a better way for me to use up all the skills that I've accumulated throughout my life to build a legacy off of, and a legacy that will probably feed me and my family for generations, if I can help it, than just working as a courier or selling cable. If the job doesn't have any passion, it's worthless. Yeah, sort of. Yeah, it's kind of like that. And also being around like a certain group of people online just didn't really help me. Like, now I try to like break out of my shell and try to be a more open to form like connections and community and whatnot with people online. And then I forget how often people just ghost. How ghosting is just literally accepted. I'm like, wow, that's awesome. Like, if I ever make it, quote unquote, with the with the online celebrity thing, I'm gonna have so much animosity towards other people. Well, it's gonna be hard not to have so much animosity towards people. I should say that. Mm. Yeah, the head honestly just makes should be the prime focus. If it's actually a reason for good, if it's that for a good reason, then animosity is fine, dude. Yeah. It's kind of funny. I remember I had a conversation with a friend, with Matt, like how it was like something about me being able to share my opinions on whatever I watch, be it like cartoons or whatever. But I hate like sharing my opinion on media because I just want to say my piece. But then I always get like some freaking room temperature IQ'd individual telling me that my interpretation is wrong. And I'm like, I don't care. I didn't ask. I just wanted to say my opinion on something. But that's just the double-edged sword of the internet. Like, I just want to vent, and every time I want to vent, I get dogpiled for having the wrong opinion. That's kind of why I find myself gravitating towards figures who are controversial. And I'm gonna cheat again. I don't like how I don't it's been a while. Where's the raw pages? Come on, stop it. Let me just. This is annoying me. Snipping tool. Go away. I don't want to email it. What book are you on? I'm on book 3. I want to focus on. Give me a second. Yeah, I want to focus on da 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 da. Let's go Metal Hero. I want to finish that. Honestly. Because I'm still on like volume 1 of that book. I think Beelzebub being here would be a good idea. Like, what I'm doing on the side is trying to get into the film and TV industry through nepotism. Just making friends. Just like Metal Hero Rocks. Thank you. I want to make friends. I want to reach out to like different film and TV people and see if I can write on their show. Yeah, gain high connections because everybody says it's not what you know, it's who you know. And after like 5 years of just doing this, I'm like, yeah, that's true. That can't be. Truer words can never be spoken, honestly. Because I know a lot of things, but the problem is I just don't know how to get money with the amount of knowledge that I have. You're not rewarded for knowing things. You're rewarded for knowing the right people that could get you to where you need to go. And it goes back to being ghosted. Just goes back to being ghosted. Yeah, we hate ghosting. Yeah, me and my homies hate ghosting. So literally, what I all I can do is do what I can, bug the right people. I'm not good at making friends. Started personally. I've just started my GC. Oh wait, GCSE. Your geese work. Those are like SATs in America. Oh, okay, that's right. You're not American. I'm gonna call it the geese work. The GCSE pronunciation. Just fill out the letters. I'm just gonna call it the geese. Hey, welcome back, F. F is back in the chat. You know, I'm gonna call it. You know what? I'm gonna start calling that too. Working on the geese. Hey, it's me being a bad influence again. Yeah, so like right after this, I'm probably gonna see if I can make some food. And then after I make lunch, I'm gonna play some Mass Effect. After playing Mass Effect, I'll work on stuff. I'll work on a some commissions, and then I'll call it a day. It's the end of my year. It's the end of year exams in Britain. Like at the end of my end of year 11. Mass Effect, more like butt effects. Ha! Yeah, dude. The first three is great. Yeah, I'm playing one. I'm gonna see if I can be a renegade. Because every time I play Mass Effect, I just end up being Paragon. So I'm playing as Fem Shepherd and doing the renegade options. And then doing the renegade options and playing as Fem Shepherd just makes Shepherd less likable. To the point where I'm like, ugh, do I even want to finish this game? like I choose not to be sarcastic until I know that'll give me a renegade option. Yeah, renegade. I'm like, ugh, girl boss. You. But it's too late for me. Oh yes, she's bad. She gives. Oh, oh yeah, she is bad. She's bad. She's really, really bad. Yeah. I'm basically tracing this Beelzebub because I have not drawn him in such a long time. And I'm getting hungry, so my mind isn't like really thinking. My mind isn't minding. If it works, it works. I wonder. I'm painting right now. What are you painting? The math isn't mathing. The paint isn't painting. Womp womp. What in the world? Oh, I guess it was a game. I mean, the music. That's why I heard that. Rumbling. Oh! The stretch. wonder. Did you get a strike before because of the music, by the way? Yeah. Not really a strike, just a warning. Just a YouTube warning. So they can tell me that they hate me and they want to see me suffer. YouTube hates their black creatives. They want to see me suffer. Yeah, YouTube headquarters sent me a message saying they hate me in specific, me in particular. And I'm like, dang, what did I do? Oh, targeted bullying is vile. Yeah. YouTube is a hater confirmed. Like, we don't want to see you win. You in particular. Like, dang. I was gonna, you know what's kind of funny? I was gonna draw Jim's uncle and like another student like within like this cluster, but I was like, you know what? Nah, I'll keep it within keep it with the students. Oh yeah, and if it was up to me, I probably wouldn't have like Travis. I don't want Travis to look like the main character of the series. Too much work, yeah. One thing that I don't want is to like have any student be like the face of the series. I'd rather Lucifer or like the vice principals be the face of like a series or a spin-off. Just for Travis. But people like Travis's design. Alice for tops. Pause. Who the heck is bothering me? Oh, UPS. I don't know. I don't like him looking head on like that. I know I made another Beelzebub. I don't think I like him looking head on. Maybe it was like a 3/4 angle. How Beelzebub has no emotion. Real. Honestly, way better art. Now I just gotta remember how I drew him. Because I remember the earlier drawings of him, I kind of liked. And like the later ones, I'm like, I kind of lost the plot a little bit. I'm just flipping through it. I should make a 3D model of Beelzebub's head so I don't have to think about it anymore. So I can cheat. I can cheat all I want. Cheating is so cool. You go to conventions with your Beelzebub 3D printed helmet. Yeah, in a fat suit. Bro, what are you sketching? I am sketching a guy with a fly head. He is Vice Principal of Beelzebub. I'm using references. Honestly, the inspiration for a guy in a suit with a fly head is from the I Monster album, Never Even or Odd. Like the whole album reminds me of Beelzebub, honestly. I think that's like iMonster's most popular album anyway. Yeah, anyway. Also, welcome to the chat art on this channel. Like Yoko Taro. I don't know who Yoko Taro is. There's a lot of things in this world that I don't know of. Yeah, this is just looking a lot better now. I need some food. I need food. But honestly, I have not taken a break ever since I started streaming. Yeah, this is looking good. Welcome back, Christmas Bush. I don't know if I would go back to doing conventions again, or like just selling books at conventions, like comic or manga conventions or anime conventions, because people, that's not really a networking event. You know what I mean? And there's not really much people that are there that I can network with. If anything, it's just there for people who like cosplaying. They're more cosplay events than anything. yeah, I can go up there and like sell some books, but people are just there to cosplay and buy like anime and manga merch. It's not really there for independence to connect and network with each other. It's not really a networking event. That's what I mean. How about sending some episode to a competition? What do you mean? I bought some indie comics in the last. I bought some indie comics last time I went to a Comic Con. Yeah, I'm not saying that like I don't make any sales going to Comic Cons, right? I'm just saying it's kind of not the best. It's there, but it's not really the best, most optimal thing to do. 14 years ago, though. Yeah, there's still people who like sell books, their own like independent books at Comic Cons. Like heck, there's a guy that sells like his children's books, like books that his kids written, and he makes a killing every time he like vends at like community events, right? Yeah, and he makes a killing at community events. Sometimes goes to, like there's a Comic Con and he just goes there and sells books, sells thousands, makes like $1,000 or whatever. And I'm like, dang, what the heck? But his how much is a stand? That's tricky because stands can like booths can be like $500. They can be like upwards to like $300, $100 to $300, and that's just not worth it to me. The most that I've ever made was like, uh, well, I typically make like $100 to $200. 300 for one day. Yeah. Sometimes. What the heck? What's the noise? Oh, Frez and Joy just subscribed. Thanks for Fuzz and Joy. Thanks for subscribing. Like sometimes it's like that. Sometimes it's like for a weekend. But like the upfront cost just prices me out usually. That's usually what happens for me. So I go in through other means, like backpack vending. jeez, cry.
Frezenjoy
I
just
need to
subscribed
change
on
that.
YouTube.
I hate that. Ugh. That was loud. Da, 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 da. I got jump scared. Yeah, I hate that. What was that? That was alerts. The Twitch alerts. What? I think that was the Power Chat alert. I like the Power Chat alert, but nobody sends donations. So it's kind of worthless. Okay. Okay, this is looking a lot better. Like zooming out. It's looking a lot better. I am absolutely going to be able to finish this this week. And then I'm moving on to the Khmer Island, the Khmer Island one, which will be, I can tell it's going to be a lot easier. It's going to be a lot easier than this. Or take way less time. Almost done with this. When I'm done with this, I'm gonna be like, heck yeah, finally. Changing Beelzebub's position this late in the game was not in the cards. It was not planned. But it looks better though. a part of me is like, maybe I should go over it with like one more, like a cleaner line. But then I'm like, no. One thing that I do like about Purgatory Academy is that I wanted, I always like the idea of there being some sort of grime to it, to the style. So like the sketchy line is more of a texture than like well, I don't know. I don't know what better word to put it. It's more of a feature than a bug. Like I don't expect the style to be clean because I think a lot of these characters are not clean. They're like messy. They're imperfect. I think I might just eat some mac and cheese or something for lunch. There we go. The new Beelzebub. Oh, look at that! Look at that! So, compared to the old one, this is the old one. This is the new one. New one. I'm gonna keep the new one just because I drew it. I spent so much time just drawing it. I'm keeping it. I'll change the colors another day tomorrow. But with that all said and done, I'm just gonna call it a day for this one. 3 hours of just straight up focus. That's insane. Anyway, I'll check y'all later. Well, in an hour, because I'll be playing a Mass Effect. Anyway, y'all take care.